into the Richest Side Podcast, episode 2. I am one of your two hosts, Drew.
And Stephanie.
All right. So, as we left off last week, we kind of introduced ourselves, kind of got the audience acclimated with who we are and what this podcast is going to be about. So, we're just going to kind of kick right off into it with some updates from the past week and try to get everybody caught up with what we're at.
Yeah, so pretty much as we know, the memorial happened on Sunday for Charlie Kirk.
Yep.
Quite a few people talked. I don't have the lineup, but I can always look it up at my phone this time. So I will say watching it was pretty interesting. I didn't watch all of it. I didn't have time, but it was quite interesting, especially there's a couple things that I did see, and the crowd was over 100,000 plus.
Yeah, it filled up the entire stadium.
Second, it was stated that it was one of the youngest generation attendance. Yeah, so there was quite a few people about our age or younger.
Our generation, for sure, it had the biggest turnout. It was the biggest turnout of our age group.
Yeah.
For a memorial, celebration of life, however you want to word it. It was one of the biggest nationally televised events that's taking place.
It definitely was. I watched some videos today, mainly just Erica Kirk. I'm okay. And I cried. It was so hard to watch, especially when she said she forgave the assassin.
That's where I was gonna go with. It was incredible, and that's where a lot of people kind of misconstrue where we're at. I think it's telling of a person for sure, and a belief system when you can have your significant other brutally assassinated and still have the courage and faith less than a week later to go on stage and say, I forgive him.
Yeah, when she did that, I think I had to turn it off because I just couldn't even watch. It was just, she's always so powerful when she does speak, but it was hard.
It was definitely hard to watch her just stand up there and
say that.
Points across.
She's I don't even know her, but I was pretty proud of her. I was like, man, good job.
Yeah, and it's really telling. I don't know if you've seen this or not, but it was posted on the President Trump TikTok account that he embraced her and comforted her after her speech.
I've seen pictures even before where he walked her out there, or maybe it was after, and he just hugged her.
Yes.
But yeah, it was very good. I would definitely want to watch it all eventually. I mean, JD Vance, Donald Trump spoke, Erica Kirk spoke, a couple people from,
I think all of his cabinet members, Trump's cabinet members,
at least most of them spoke.
They were all in attendance. I know that much.
I don't think Tucker spoke. Did he?
I don't think so. I think he was just on the Charlie Kirk show with JD last week.
Yeah, he definitely was there though.
Yeah. Elon was even there.
Elon Musk was there. I was shocked. I mean, there has been speculation. Obviously, I don't know if you saw, he did sit with Trump. There was a conversation. They did shake hands. Do we know what was said? No. But, I mean, there's always lip readers out there who, they did say that, I'm coming, Elon said, I'm coming back. I don't know what that means.
I don't know, but I did see a thing on Instagram yesterday morning or this morning that said only a person as powerful as Charlie Kirk could bring these two back together.
Well, yeah, I mean, I posted on our TikTok account, and I was telling, saying, you know what, you did it, Charlie. You brought, not only did you bring a younger generation out, but you also brought people to God, to Christ. I mean, there was kind of a revival going on, I think either before, I don't know if you saw, but actually there was a cross that was actually carried around so everybody could see it.
Was it his?
No, like it was like a wooden cross
no, I
that
did not
somebody
see that.
actually carried, like Jesus in the Bible. Like they carried it around. I mean, they kind of drug it because it is heavy. But I mean, it was kind of cool, and like they almost seemed like they were like preaching to the kids, or preaching, or not really preaching, but definitely speaking out with the group. I know that Mark Driscoll, which was the pastor of Charlie's church,
Mhm.
I'm not 100%, so I'll have to fact check myself, but he was there in attendance, and he was making comments, only Charlie could bring, this
Yeah.
big a crowd.
No, and what boggles me the most about that whole memorial service, you had spoke about it yesterday morning, was there was people lined up there 6, 8, 10 hours prior to
4
the
a.m.
the doors even opening.
Talking, all dressed up in, the gear, freedom, gear, and yeah, got there, drove there. Some of them weren't even from Arizona, just drove there to attend and be there at 4 a.m. to get in line because, they wanted a seat to be there. Um, I think the best part was there was, Secret Service was on top of the roof and they were
I did
cheering
tell
them
you
on.
about that. Yes.
It's funny. Oh, I watched the video.
Oh, okay.
I thought that was pretty good. Now there was some bad things there. There was protesters there, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's where I was kind of getting to. Was that you were at a memorial service and you're still protesting and wanting to push your left wing politics?
Yeah, that's what they do. Well, I don't want to talk about that forever, but yeah, that
It
whole
was powerful.
that was
for
very
sure.
good. I definitely need to watch it, all of it, or at least the Trump speech, JD Vance.
I would say the majority of it. Yeah.
Try to get through Eric Kirk's. I think as a wife, I couldn't even imagine. Couldn't even imagine what that would be like. So yeah, I'm not a.
Yeah, that one's gonna bring you to tears.
Yeah, that was hard.
Kind of
Okay.
going off of your faith in Christ.
Christ, yes.
You know where I was going.
I know.
Um, it kind of this week has kind of been weird for me.
Oh
So,
yeah, you
yeah.
didn't even talk to me about this.
So
You want to bring it up in the podcast?
yeah, so I'm driving into work late last week. I think it was Wednesday or Thursday, and I'm driving, and there's a car that comes up on my right side, and you know how you casually just look and see license plates, and it's 6 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm driving in, and I see Psalm 9:14.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so I get to work, and I have to pull it back up, but I pulled it up just to see what it meant. So let me just pull it up. So it is obviously it's a Bible verse. I knew that, but Psalm.
Proud of you that you knew that part.
I'm not completely out of the loop. So Google says that Psalm 91:4 is a Bible verse that reads, "He will cover you with his feathers, and under his wings you will find refuge. His faithfulness will be your shield and rampart." So I kind of thought that was odd. As we mentioned last week, obviously, like I wasn't raised in the church system. Like I didn't know what a lot of these basic Bible verses are. Um, and I don't think that's one that's said a lot because that's the first time I've heard that one. But I thought it was very telling and very impactful of not just our life and um, how we live, but also Charlie. Like it was just it was a weird, I wouldn't say weird. It was just a nice full circle moment for me.
Well, okay. So I have this thing, and Drew knows it because he always makes a comment. I'm actually gonna look it up. But when we're in the car, wherever we're going, what do I say?
Headlights.
Oh, okay. Well, that too. If you're in the Midwest, why are your lights off?
Yeah, I don't.
You're driving. Battery power, maybe? I'm gonna have to look that up
I
too.
don't know.
I never really, it used to bother me so much. Now I got him doing it. He's like, why is their headlights off? I'm like, I don't know. It's broad daylight. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Sorry.
Second would be, what else do I say? Like if I see it and I go, hey, look, there it is.
It's a hawk.
I always see a hawk. And so I looked it up once. I don't really think there's a biblical meaning for it. Let me see. Okay, so spiritually, seeing a hawk symbolizes clear vision, divine guidance, strength, and protection. So I see it all the time. And so when I was probably a teenager, which I never told you this, when I was a teenager, I didn't really understand the concept of signs from God. So I always said, send a hawk, send something to let me know that you're there. And I see it. Probably saw it this weekend, didn't we?
Yeah.
And so I've been going through a lot personally. And so I've looked it up a couple times. You know, seeing a hawk also means like a new door is going to open for you. Whatever, stuff like that.
No, I just thought it was very cool seeing that to me.
The reason I brought that up is because whether you believe me or not, that's okay, because you're going through your own spiritual journey, and that's totally great. And the reason I say that is because you would never even would have thought to even look that up.
No, and I thought it was weird. Like when I read what the Bible verse was, it was like he wanted me to see that.
He wanted you to see it for your own and to bring it first full circle. I brought that up because the reason you saw that is because not only did he want you to see that, but it was bringing it full circle because you definitely did not grow up like that.
Right.
So when I like I said, I started to get back into praying now, but I always told when I did pray, I always said, bring me a sign, and usually it was in a hawk form. So
or in a version of me. You're welcome.
No. Thank you. So I think that's, yeah.
No, I thought it was, I was like, what is that? And it weighed on me until I got a 5-minute break at work to where I wrote it down real quick. Like I typed it out on my phone. I was like,
you're not going to remember
no,
that.
there was no shot I was remembering it. So I typed it out so that way I could remember and have a look as soon as I got a chance. And it just kept staying with me on and on throughout the day, that just like, hey, when you get a minute, don't forget. Hey, when you get a minute, don't forget, like, look this up. Like, this means something.
Yeah, so that means he's speaking to you. Which, whether you I know that you struggle to understand that, but that's him trying to talk to you. And he does it in all kinds of ways. That's mine. He's like, hey, I'm still here.
Yeah, and that was a eye-opening experience, like, for me.
Yeah.
To have something like that actually happen to me, because I've been with you when the Hawks have flown past, and I really hadn't experienced that on my own. To where it was like something blatantly staring me in the face.
Asked me, why do you always point it out? And it's because it's for me. It's not for you. Right. It's not for anybody. It's for me. Like, oh, there's one. There it is. And you're always like, you have seen like a gazillion hawks in this month. And I'm like, yeah, it's because he's trying to talk to me and I'm not listening. So that's all it is. But I'm definitely listening now. But yeah, so the next thing is for other current events, we have the woke recent events, cancel culture is what I like to call it. So that's the next thing we're going to kind of discuss. So if you are a fan of this person, I'm very sorry, but we are not. I don't think we've ever been. No. We don't watch the show. But I have other things. I have a kind of a rebuttal to what we're gonna say, because I saw it just a minute ago and I want to know if it's true. Is, as we know, recently Jimmy Kimmel was taken off the air, as we know of right now, which I still think is the case. But before we got on today, I did see that they might air his show tomorrow. So I don't know.
Which I don't see why, because it was actually, I did a little bit more research after that came out the other day. It wasn't, they stated that they were not going to allow him to continue to produce his show unless he publicly apologized for the statements he made, and he refused.
Yeah, so let's first get this out there. He was not, I don't
funny.
Well, that too. He wasn't, is it fired? Is that what the word I want to use? Or taken off the air because, I mean, first of all, what he said was wrong, whether you're left or right, pink or blue. I don't care what you are. I just don't care. It's not right.
No.
So, second of all, it wasn't Trump who said, oh, yeah, he needs to get off. No, that has nothing to do with it. No. Make sure you do the research. Yep. So, the research is this. First of all, the comments. Second, his ratings and his, oh my gosh, it plummeted. His views plummeted.
So ironic part of that is that out of 4 night show comedy shows like that,
Right.
so him, Stephen Colbert, Jimmy Fallon, and I can't remember the fourth one, but there's 4 of them. He ranks.
Conan?
No, Conan's not
Okay.
Conan's not on
Then
air no
ignore
more.
me. Keep
But
going.
there are 4 of them. He ranks 3rd in views out of all 4 of those because he is the furthest left. So nobody likes to deal with him.
Yeah, so here's the thing. He wasn't making ABC any money pretty much at this point. You know, he's not doing very good. People are getting angry, and obviously right winged or not are frustrated with the whole situation. So it wasn't just we bullied him. Like he wasn't doing well in his field.
No,
And then
I
this was
think
like, oh hey, broke the camel's back here. You just publicly said something that you shouldn't say. Not saying people are getting mad, but here's the thing: you've done it. You've done it. You've taken Trump off of Twitter before. I mean,
right.
you've done quite a few others as well. There was a list. I don't remember what the list was, but
that's kind of what's ironic is that, and it's kind of justice is finally being served. Is that all these people for years, you know, when Trump was running in 2016, when Trump ran in 2020, when he ran again, obviously in 2024, everybody allowed companies like CNN, ABC, all these late night shows to basically just bash Trump and everything because that didn't align with their views. But as soon as a right wing person said something, it was let's cancel them.
yeah, it was annoying. But we've done it the opposite way. Now it's a problem.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And you and I both, I think you sent me the TikTok last week when right after he got suspended was somebody was saying thank you left wingers for creating cancel culture. It's just one more thing that conservatives can be better than you at.
Yeah,
So
it was hilarious.
I thought it was. I think it's about time, and it's because of situations like this. Again, Charlie, you might be up there rusting, but your work is still being done. It's finally coming to fruition, and they're finally starting to shut things like that down.
It was so funny. I can't to find it though. So yeah, it was interesting for sure. I remember was like, why are we getting upset? You literally have done this already to I don't want to say our side, but the right side, and now that we're pushing back, you're upset. Like
Yeah,
what?
No, and that's the only thing I feel like that kept him on the air. It's just like the View. They just want to have a talk show to push their political agenda, and anything that we say is absolutely wrong and can't be told otherwise.
No, so your freedom of speech is important, whether
No,
it's right or
absolutely.
wrong. But here's the thing: when you are blatantly
Bad mouthing somebody, and
here's the problem with that. Like I said, it has nothing to do. It has everything. Okay, it has 2 things. One, for Jimmy Kimmel, your show sucked. Let's just get it out there.
yeah,
Second, you said something bad. But first of all, it had nothing. Your freedom of speech is okay to say your opinion, but this it just didn't help. With your already crumbling show here.
well, it didn't help, and it wasn't even a freedom of speech matter. He's gotten away with it for years of saying whatever he wanted to. It's the fact that he turned an assassination into a oh well they're just trying to use it as political gain. No, that's not what's happening.
That's not what we're doing. Yeah, we're actually honoring a patriot here, or, a guy who spoke with, I'm going to say the word again, patriotism and American values. That's what he did.
Yeah.
And that's what we're honoring because that's what he would have hopefully wanted. I've seen the stadium. Is that what it was? The Arizona Stadium?
Yeah.
It was beautiful. Red, white, and blue flags.
Oh, everywhere.
There was, like I said, the cross that was being carried around. Very beautiful. He probably would have loved it.
Yeah.
And actually, I saw TikTok. I didn't really look at it, but he had a vision to do something like that. Did you know that? He wanted a turning point, like
it was
of
a big,
convention rally,
yeah.
and they mimicked it. It almost looks identical to what they wanted, like what he
Yes.
wanted. So
Yes.
that was really nice.
And I think that's why it took so long to get to this point with the memorial service, was because Erica already knew what Charlie wanted to do in terms of like bringing a bunch of people together in one, one area and getting them together and just having this peaceful moment in time, and they finally got it. So I think it was just a lot of arrangements of trying to put all the pieces together and get all the pieces aligned prior to actually just setting something up.
Yeah. I don't think there's anything else with current affairs at this point.
I think that's covered the week pretty
For
much.
those who wonder about Candace Owens, yes, I did watch it. Here's my thing with Candace Owens. First of all, why didn't you attend? She didn't attend.
Oh, she didn't?
No.
She was not in attendance?
Because she is attacking the feds in her podcast. She said she didn't think she'd be safe. I was like, okay. I don't have an opinion of that yet. Thank you. The Owens thing, I'm not really sure how I feel about it. I still need to do some research on that. And I honestly just actually need to watch the full episode. I didn't watch the full thing. I got busy at work, but yeah, I don't really have an opinion on it yet. Hopefully I will. I don't know.
I don't know. I haven't gotten to really watch a lot lately because of obviously work.
Yeah, we work full-time jobs, by the way.
Yeah.
I mean, I keep up with it the most because that is my job between the two of us, is which I need to do a little bit better at, but I've also been busy at work. This is just our hobby. This isn't our full-time. So
no.
But yeah, so
If it was our full time, we'd have an episode every day.
yeah, pretty much. So the next thing I'd like to talk about, we're always going to go through current affairs first, current events, things that's happened. I don't think there's anything else that I can really think of.
No, I think that covered a lot of the week. Besides, between the cancellations and the memorial, I think that covered 90. I'd say probably about 90% of the last week. Obviously, there's stuff that we didn't see.
I mean, I think who is it? Oh, it's gonna make me mad because I can't remember. I think he's head of the FBI. And sorry, our dogs are being really loud. So I'm just trying to get through this. There was an investigation for obviously the Charlie Kirk assassination. He was in, I don't want to say court, but they were investigating with them. He was kind of doing his findings. I haven't really looked into that either. That is something I'd like to do as well.
He did get tried over the last week.
That's what I'm saying. Was it him getting tried? I didn't understand why he was getting tried.
He was getting his charges.
No, not the assassin, not the shooter. I'm talking about the head of FBI was at some sort of thing. I think it was the House of Congress, kind of discussing the whole event. But yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. I haven't done that much into it. Yeah. I just know in Utah he was being the shooter was being. So he got all of his charges.
Yeah, I watched that too. It was so dumb. But yeah, other than that, that's all I know that's been going on.
I mean, something kind of close to us. The ICE raids up in Chicago.
Yeah, we were in Chicago this past weekend. Not gonna lie, I took a video. Well, let's do this first. We're taking it as a little funny for you. We were driving up north, and as we are, there's military trucks. I mean, heading up. So I take a video, and I said, I know ICE is calling in the reinforcements. And on the way home, there was another batch. I mean,
going back up north.
Going back up north. We're not going
south.
Yeah. So
and I'll put that video right in here somewhere, probably right here in the middle. I will kind of put that short snippet so that way you guys can see what we're referencing. But it was stated,
if I saved it. I don't know if I did or not.
I don't know. I'm sure we can find it.
If it's saved, it will be here. If not, we'll put a pretty picture or something.
But right before we went up, so we left Saturday morning from our house and headed up to Chicago. But Thursday and Friday, There were ice was entering Chicago, and by Saturday they were calling in National Guard.
Yeah, I mean, when we were up there walking around, I didn't see anything. I mean, of course, wherever we go, I don't know why. It's like your face. You just get attacked. I don't know what it is.
I don't know.
Now, you did have a 1776 shirt on, and it was red. God forbid.
It made a lot of people angry. Which
Yeah, I
made
mean, we
me
got
very happy.
You got a little cat called. Funny enough, you didn't have to say anything because the guy behind you piped up. But it was annoying. Yeah, I couldn't handle that.
If you don't know me personally, you're going to right now. I don't care. I purposely wear a lot of things like that are.
That's why we buy these shirts.
Correct. I wear a lot of those like shirts and hats that stir up and get under people's skin. Because I don't have to say anything. I just have to wear something and it makes people tick, which makes me just so much. It's
Makes
so
me
happy.
nervous.
I'm not worried about it, but it makes me smile knowing that my shirt, out of all things, a T-shirt
has made them angry.
Has made them angry. Exactly. So that's why I do it. I like to be the controversial one.
Yeah, that's pretty much it right now. I don't think there's anything else that's recently happened.
I don't think so. It's been an interesting week for sure. Just with
the stuff like
no,
what happened?
just in general, it's been an interesting week with everything that we've already kind of hit on, and how they've all kind of tied together, and obviously, like you stated earlier, was like my spiritual journey has been different than a lot of people. So having that moment this week was kind of huge for me, and it just made me realize like what is happening. There is a plan for me. What's gonna happen? I don't know. I can only do what I can, and it's all written up.
Yeah.
Me.
I don't think that's pretty much it. Now I would like to. We can talk about what I actually. Are you gonna cry?
No.
What's going on over there?
No. Dog hair in my throat.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
So once again, I'm gonna say this. I'm sorry for the ums. It's gonna take us a while. I can tell you that right now. And I also forgot to make talking points. This is kind of just how we feel like talking about today. And one of those I would actually like to talk about, which is like I said, I want to do a couple episodes of what I was said was like the Gen Z debacle and kind of how our generation kind of takes all of this. And recently, as a future mother, I've been on TikTok. I probably every day. First of all, for my other hobby, and personal. But on my personal, I've been considering.
You can TikTok.
I have to. My side hobby, I make money off of that. Not a lot, but I do make money off of it. So I tried to do it. Hopefully, money's great, but that's not the purpose of why we're doing this.
No.
So it's just for fun. But on my personal, I've been looking at a lot of considering how I would like to raise our kids on my end. I actually was supposed to tell you to make a list, but I forgot.
Oh, nice.
So maybe we'll do that in the next episode.
Okay.
Start at that. But I do want to talk about something that I've considered. We've not really talked about it, so I thought we would do it on here.
Let's do it.
Let's do a little debate.
Let's do it.
And that's high school versus homeschool.
Okay. I
have been looking at it, how I would like to, like I've always told you, I don't really want to raise our kids like we were raised. And not in a sense that our parents didn't do well. They did well. I meant more of like, I compare myself, us as a unit to another couple who's raising or has told me how they want to raise their kid. And I go, no, not a fan. And it's the technology part.
Okay.
TV time is going to be hard. I don't want to have iPad children.
No.
I do not. I'm considering the cell phone thing, how I want to do that. I don't know if I want them to have it at 12, 13, 14 years old. I don't know. I didn't get mine, and mine was by accident. And my mom will tell you the story. It was by accident. I wasn't supposed to get a phone until I was 16. Oh, yeah. Wow. And it was by accident. They had a deal going. It was one of the slides, the good old times. And they had a deal if you bought 3 or if you bought 2, your third one was free. Not the plan, but the phone itself was free.
Yeah.
And I remember my eyes. I mean, I was so short. I still am short. I was just tall enough to reach the table. My eyes were so big because I was so excited. But yeah, I wasn't supposed to get a phone until I was 16, maybe. I think I was 12, 13. I mean, I don't remember.
I think I got one at 11 or 12.
Yeah, but your situation's a little different. You were the oldest. You had the siblings a lot more.
I was also never at the house.
Very true.
I was always out on my
I
bike.
like to be at home. But we're getting off topic here. The problem was I have that problem, right? And then I have the homeschool. I have the homeschool and the public school because we are both public school.
Yes. Raised.
College kids, adults, I guess now.
Yes.
I mean,
unfortunately.
Who thought that
we're
was
children with adult money is how I like to put it.
Yeah, it's not good. Whoever thought that was a good idea. So the other problem I'm having is how can I homeschool?
Okay.
I always said I didn't really want to be a stay-at-home mom. Once again, there's nothing wrong with that. My mother was one. I always told you I want to start a business, so maybe that's how I'll do it. If I had a business, I could be kind of home most of the time. I don't know. But the thing is, there is good things about public school. There is good things like sports and prom and like big things.
Social life.
There's ways we can get around the social thing. Not every homeschool kid that I've ever met was antisocial, okay? They weren't.
Okay.
If you are a homeschool kid, you can prove him wrong.
Please drop it in the chat. I would love to be right.
Because here's the thing. I also want to raise, I mean, we don't live on a farm yet. I would definitely want to do that. I want them to grow up on a yard with animals. I want to do the homestead thing. That's always been my thing as well, to raise them with good quality tradition stuff. I don't want to do all the way tradition. I'm not saying let's go back and be Mennonites or Amish, which if you're Amish and Mennonite and somehow watching this, I'm not bashing you either. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is I want them to not be consumed and be corrupted by technology.
No, absolutely. I think too much of our today's youth is wrapped up in these devices here. Oh. Obviously, I have my work phone, or I have my phone on me all the time. Steph, you're the same way.
Like, yeah, I have to.
We keep our phones on us all the time. But to be honest, I pay my phone bill, so ain't nobody gonna tell me I can't have it on me. But at the end of the day, I see too many kids. I was in McDonald's Saturday morning, getting us breakfast, and I saw a kid with a iPad. That to me, they were
thought of that.
They were 2 and 3 years old. Like, they were not very old.
No, granted. The other problem with this is there isn't, I don't know what happened. It's like our parents had us, they worked a lot. Not saying they forgot about us. They didn't. They're working to provide for us. But the problem is, it's like they didn't, and I don't know what happened. It's like there's a misconnection. Because like the parents of now, they don't really parent.
No.
It's like, here's your iPad, watch Miss Rachel.
Here's your iPad, watch anything. Like, and what drives me insane is that these people that do things like this, like as a consistent basis, don't get me wrong, there's times where you're, sitting there and you can put something on an iPad or a phone and they're fine. Like if you're at home, for example. But these people are ones that are, oh, I want kids, and then they have kids, and then they don't want anything to do with them.
Play with them.
No, they'd rather just sit the iPad in front of them.
Okay, then why'd you have them?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Because you're supposed to be cultivating them into adults. You're supposed to be giving them values and teaching them. That is why we instill, I'm going to say values again, values and morals. That's why you have children.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
To make them good adults and to bring them into society. That's why you have them.
Don't get me wrong.
Not like, hey, sounds good for like a year and then you forget, oh, hey, this is like life.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong. When we were growing up, we had video games and we were the technology children. We
started it off.
Right. But we are a generation that grew up, like we've had technology our entire lives. There's never been a moment where we never had technology.
No. I was the first class to get laptops. So if you have laptops in your school, you're welcome, because we were the test guinea pigs. I mean, I literally remember a principal telling us, "Hey, so you're the first generation to get laptops. You are the guinea pigs. We're gonna see how you guys do." And then after that, because I was before, I mean, no. The whole school got it, but it was like your generation, this school or this generation's
This
gonna get the
class,
first.
this
Yeah,
set, yeah,
this
this
set
set.
is gonna get it. And so I thought that was so cool. They were a piece of crap
Oh, they were
computers,
awful.
but I mean, it was cool because I'm experiencing like a history. It's like historical, because we were the first generation to get them. I mean, they had computers in your library. But like we had the laptops, you take it home, you do your homework, your textbooks. Some of your textbooks were on there. I don't remember in high school having too many.
I did in high school. When I got to college, a lot of mine switched online.
I think after my class graduated, you guys started getting more textbooks, because I remember only having 3. It was math, in which we didn't even use it. So I don't even know what. No, I'm sorry. It was history, science, economics. It was like some stupid
I
class.
don't know, but we had textbooks through high school.
I don't remember carrying many. Maybe it's just my teachers. I don't know.
It could have been.
But yeah, so like I was saying, I'm struggling trying to figure out how I want to do that, because we don't live in a world like that hardly. And now I'm like on this side of TikTok, the algorithm is like showing me these families with multiple children. I mean, we've talked to just having 2. I'm almost to the point where I would like more, but I don't know. I don't know. It's scary, but I think I would like more.
Well, and I think the video that really opened your eyes about the whole homeschooling thing was actually Brett Cooper. For those of you that don't know who Brett Cooper was, she used to work for the
Yes.
Daily Wire, and actually had her own show for a long time. She actually stepped away from the Daily Wire.
As well. She has her own podcast
Has her own
too.
podcast
Been
now.
watching her a little bit.
But it's a crazy statistic that parents and their children actually only hang out for about approximately
34 minutes.
Yep.
And she's actually
per night.
per day.
Yeah, per night, per day.
Per day. So think about this. If you do not, and like she said, if you do not include bath time, feedings, she said something else.
Making dinner,
homework,
eating, homework,
and bath. Yeah, I said bath. Yeah, so that's 3 things. You are only giving yourself 34 minutes with your kid
per day.
per day. I about threw up, because I didn't even consider that. I mean, when I lived at home, but the thing is, like I said, my mom was a stay-at-home mom, so it didn't even cross my mind. And my dad got off, which he's very lucky. He works in a warehouse. He got very lucky to get off at 3:30 and be home for dinner. And we had dinner at the table, and we did movie nights on Fridays, and my parents were very good about instilling that. But not every home's like that. I don't think you've.
No, your typical house, and this is what like my situation was a little bit different. Was like we got out at 2:50 from school, but I had sports till 5:30, 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
My parents would have, if when I wasn't driving, my parents had to come get me. Dinner was already made. I had to come home, eat, shower, do homework, go to bed, because I had to do it all again.
But yeah, do it all again the next day. And so that's what I was literally, I showed Drew, and I thought, and you said, wow, I never really thought about it like that. And I said, yeah. And now here I am internally struggling, because I like to work. There's nothing wrong with that. But the problem is, I feel really compelled to homeschool our kids. But then, like I said, there is really good things about public school. With true socialization, there's, you get maybe more opportunities. I haven't looked up into the homeschool thing. I've actually been watching TikToks on moms doing it and kind of considering. I mean,
if
don't.
you have homeschooled your kids, drop a comment or a chat if you're on Spotify. Just kind of give us some pros and cons on that. And I mean, obviously we don't have any kids yet. Steph's not pregnant or anything yet.
No.
But it's just kind of something that's been on our minds, just because it has been obviously on her algorithm. And I think it did start with that Brett Cooper video.
Yes. Thanks, Brett Cooper. Now you got me all kinds of crazy over here. And then here's the other thing. Then I'm watching, like, I'll shoot her out. Her name's Sky Hitchcock. She's a stay-at-home mom. She's got about, I think, 4 to 5 kids. And they just bought a farmhouse, and I don't know what her husband does. I think he's an electrician or something like that. And he's the breadwinner. She stays at home. I think she does the homeschool, and she's got like, I think they're all under like 8, which I think is great. And then she's got chickens, excuse me, and she's about to get goats, and it's like, man, I want that. I want that for our kids. I feel like it's such a lost. I'm gonna say it, art. It's not there. It's not a lifestyle that's there anymore. I mean, we just bought our first home, but I told you, I mean, this is not forever home. This is our first home, but I'm struggling trying to figure out, do I want that, or do I want it something different?
I don't know, but it's definitely a pro and con type of situation. There's, like you said, there's pros to both. There's cons to both. I mean, again, if you have any recommendations, any thoughts, please drop them in the comments and chat. We love, um, or we haven't had any yet, but we would love to have some of those. I mean, and really, this goes into regards of anything. If you have any thoughts or ideas or questions or anything about anything that we've covered or anything you want to cover, drop it in the comments. Leave a chat on Spotify. We want to read those and give us more ideas and kind of expand upon what we're already talking about. You guys can definitely leave an impact on the show, and we want to um, have. I wouldn't say the help, but we want to have that interaction. I guess is the best way to kind of have that.
Yeah, I think I'm just struggling. That's like something personally, I'm like what I said earlier. That's one of the things I'm personally struggling with, because I thought I wanted to do it the that's not the normal way, but like the way that's forever. You grow, you have the kid, you put him in preschool, you take him to kindergarten, you take him to public school, then they go to high school, middle school, high school, college.
Well, and kind of on that, I mean, the pro and con list, and kind of this has kind of shaped me to push a little bit more towards the homeschooling thing was, yeah, these teachers are with them 8 hours a day. You only get them 35 minutes a day. The stuff we've already covered, but a lot of these schools are going left, and that's
Yeah,
also
it's
pushing a lot
and,
of political agenda.
I hate to bring it up, but school shootings. I mean, I don't want to teach my kids. So hey, so like, if there's a school shooting,
No,
you
not
need
if, when.
when, because it's gonna happen. If there's a threat, I mean, we had threats. No, we never
We
had a
had a lot of
scolding. We had more of like bomb
we
threats,
had a
which I
lot of
don't really
bomb
get
threats.
that. Um, but
We
I
had
don't want to
3
teach
in
my
a
kid. Okay,
6 month
so
time.
here's a backpack. They have these now. A backpack shield. Take your backpack and cover yourself.
Yeah, no, and then
I don't want to do that.
a lot of schools anymore are going to clear backpacks, which is
No,
embarrassing for
here's
young women.
oh, you want yeah, because they can't hide that. Yeah, they can't hide
No,
their feminine products. They
no,
can't. I mean, that's hey, let's just go ahead and bully them some more.
yeah.
Honestly, though, I mean, I wouldn't really care. I'd be like, yep, it's like when you crap, I have other things coming out of my body,
Well,
like
it's not even that. Like, obviously, we're taught in elementary, middle school. Like,
that
this
too.
is
I
what
was early.
happens. Like, both sides, because I'm sure you went through not the same class, of course, because I was
Oh, you know what the
at a
worst part
different
is? I
school,
already
but
had that, and
right.
so here I am watching. I'm like, yeah, I already been through this. Why am I even in this class?
No, absolutely, but it's not uncommon to know what happens, right? But it's the fact that it's your private information. Like
That
nobody needs
too.
to know that.
Then here's the other thing. So then I'm talking. I have a friend at work who has 2 boys in school, middle school and high school, and she's telling me that now they actually once every couple months they do a day of e-learning. That means they stay home and they do stuff on the computer. I said they're not learning anything. She's like, no, they're not. They're not
No.
learning anything. So she's like, so what's the point of me paying for this teacher to get a day to do their own training? Which I don't. If you're a teacher, I'm not bashing you. I just want to understand.
No, absolutely, and I think that's
Why
the
are you
biggest thing
doing
is like
e-learning for these kids when we're paying them to go to school? Also had some debacle of other things. Both of her boys are in football, or I'm sorry, one of them is in football, and they go to the homecoming games all the time. And it was just he got in trouble for throwing a ball and they took it. Did you know about this?
no.
So he takes because that's what you do. You're in school. You're watching the high schoolers play, and you're throwing balls too, other footballs. It got taken away, and he gave it to him at the end the next week. there was a big newsletter saying, do not bring extra balls to the game, can't play with them. Every child now has to be with a parent, has to be in the stands, cannot be walking around. Yeah. It's like, well, so what's the point of them being there? I mean, I wasn't really into all that as a kid. You know, I didn't go to.
That was part of the atmosphere, though.
You go and you go hang out with your friends in little clusters. And do you really watch the game? No. You're flirting with some boy over there that's cute. Or you go to the stands and you do support your, excuse me, my eye is itching. So going and wearing your spirit wear and cheering on the team or going to the stands and getting food. Like, that's what you do.
Right. But that was the biggest thing was like, because when we would play, was like you knew you had all the little kids looking up to you, and that was the biggest thing. But like at the end of each end zone, like they were throwing footballs and they were playing tackle football out there with no pads, which good on them. But that was just a big part of the atmosphere. And when halftime would come and they would come up to the locker room and want to high five and stuff, like that was just part of it. Like when you start to take things like that away,
yeah, now they're taking it away. It's like, so now, I mean, I look at, like I said, the sports in school. I'll figure out something. There's travel ball. I'll figure it out. There's, if they want to do something else, I don't know. Prom. I'll figure it out. We'll figure something out. I don't even care if we just take you and we'll go somewhere. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'll give you that opportunity. Those are the two things that I always think that I'm jipping them out on. Everything else I could do at home.
Well, yeah, you can teach them, but you can't teach them social when they're just talking to you.
You can teach them social. I can figure. You've married me because you like that I'm a problem solver. I will figure it out.
No, I married you because you're antisocial, and I had to have somebody to keep me in a bubble.
You're welcome. So yeah, I just I don't know, I'm struggling with that, and then I'm struggling.
Obviously, we've still got time though, so I mean, it's not something that's pressing to us right now, but it's something. Obviously, we're people that kind of plan way in advance.
You're welcome.
Actually, I don't mean I plan in advance. Steph plans in advance, and I just show up. But
Yeah.
either way, we kind of like to have a game plan going into pretty much everything. But again, if you have any recommendations, things that you've tried, things that you've thought about, your kind of background, your story, we want to hear it because that's again this podcast is an open forum. We want to know people's experiences, their thoughts, their questions. We want you to know us just as much as we want to know about you. So yeah, obviously leave those thoughts down below.
Yeah. I mean, the other thing was, I mean, we've always wanted to live in the country.
Yeah.
But I didn't realize how bad I wanted it until I was watching like these kids out there, like her gazillion children that now I'm considering wanting. And
no, I come from a big family.
I don't want 5.
I do not want that.
I don't want 5, but 4 sounds pretty good.
No.
I'm 1.
I'm the oldest of 6.
Listen, what did Charlie Kirk say? I'm going to bring it up. Have as many children as possible.
Agreed, but at the same time, as many as possible is 2. No, not happening. Well, no. 2 and done.
But anyway, I don't know. We'll see.
I don't know. But, okay. But I think that's going to end it for episode 2. We will have more of the Gen Z debacle next week. It might come out next Friday. Just depends on how we're feeling after vacation.
Yeah.
So just so you guys are aware, we do leave for Nashville Thursday morning. So we'll return early evening, Sunday afternoon. But obviously by the time we get home and get situated and get ready for our week,
we'll see how Nashville goes.
Yeah.
I think there's going to be some things going on down there too. I'm sure.
Oh yeah, we'll have some things to talk about for sure, but I'm just talking in terms of next episode.
But yeah, well, thank you, and we will see you in the next one.
Again, we've got to work on these outros.
I know, yeah.
If you guys aren't new, make sure you hit that follow button on Spotify and the subscribe button over on YouTube. Also, make sure you guys continue to share the podcast, whether you are on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Spotify. That's the only way we can continue to grow and continue to have this open debate forum. But outside of that, thank you guys again so much for watching / listening, and we will catch y'all in the next one.
Catch you on the next one.
Bye.
Bye.